Hi, it's your girl Carly Jamaican here with yet another video for you. Guys, I'm going to keep this one short and sweet. Yes, I have ranted enough about this coronavirus issue. I hope you guys are keeping yourselves safe, and I hope you guys are keeping yourselves coronavirus free. This video is all about positive energy and good news, and it is for my military folks out there that have been waiting for this video. Semper Fi, Semper Fi. So many of you already know that I have a friend who has been going through the process of requesting a discharge upgrade. The last thing I told you guys about that was that we had the board hearing, over the phone hearing. I was a character witness, and I told you that we would get feedback within about 2 months, 60 days, and I would let you know. To keep my promise, we have received the feedback, and I have an announcement. My friend got the discharge upgrade. That was a journey in itself, and to be at this point and to be able to say that our efforts paid off, oh my gosh, it feels so good. They upgraded it to general under honorable circumstances, and you know what, it is not honorable, but we'll take it. We're so happy that they listened to us and that they took everything that we said into consideration, everything that we gave them into consideration, all the evidence, all the testimonies into consideration, all the letters into consideration, and they went ahead and upgraded his discharge. It was just an emotional day that day. It was like a win from the military. Yes, guys, it's authentic. For all you folks out there, the naysayers and the disbelievers, it's authentic. Subject: discharge characterization change. The review authority has given consideration to all relevant issues raised and evidence presented, and has carefully examined all available official records in connection with your application for discharge review. The final decision is that the discharge shall be changed to general under honorable conditions. I'm just going to keep this video really short. I just wanted to give you guys the good news. Anything I missed in this video, I promise I'll make another video and be a little bit more elaborate on it. I did tell you guys that I would tell you how we went about getting his discharge upgraded. The information that I will provide you with is information from experience. Although we did research a lot during the process, from my experience, I'll tell you what we did in order to get that discharge upgraded. First thing is first, you can get your discharge upgraded for mental health conditions, including post-traumatic stress disorder, traumatic brain injury, TBI, sexual assault or harassment during military service. We refer to this as military sexual trauma, or MST, and sexual orientation, including under the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy. These are the 4 reasons that I know of that you can request an upgrade for your discharge. Now, if you know of any others, let me know. Leave it in the comment section, because people want this information. Okay? Any information that you have to help your fellow military veteran or member, spill it. That's what we're here for. It's not widely talked about, and we just need to get that conversation going so that we can help our brothers and sisters that are downtrodden and their spirits are broken, and they've just given up on the military, given up getting their discharge upgraded, given up on everything. We requested a discharge under the mental health conditions, including the post-traumatic stress disorder. You can request for your discharge if you were diagnosed with PTSD, or if you believe that while you were serving, certain actions or certain behavior like self-medicating with drugs like marijuana, things like that, then you can request for a discharge upgrade under the Hagel and Curta Memorandum, which specifically targets veterans that were discharged because of these behavior, which is likely stemmed from PTSD. I'm just going to keep it real with you. This process is not for the faint of heart. If you really want this, you have to have the emotional stamina and the testicular fortitude in order to move forward, because if you may end up being denied the first time, maybe a second time, but I don't want you to give up. When my friend and I decided to submit his request to have his discharge upgraded, let me tell you, It was mostly my energy because his spirit was broken. He didn't have any hope. He didn't think that it was possible. He thought that, you know, they had the final say, and then that there was no way that they would overturn that decision that they made. It was like a David and Goliath situation, just going up against something that you feel that you can't defeat. But we did it with hope on the wings of a prayer, and you can do it too. But you have to be ready. You have to fight for yourself. You have to stand up for yourself. Enough with the pep talk. You guys are military folks, so you know you probably don't need to hear all that pep talk from me, but I just want y'all to know it is possible. You can do it. Don't give up. Send in your DD 149 form. Even if you have no diagnosis of your PTSD, even if you have no lawyer, even if you don't feel like you have enough character witnesses, or even if you feel like you don't have enough evidence, send it in, and send it in with a long letter outlining what you went through, why you believe that this behavior was due to PTSD. Just pray over it and send it in. Get the process started. And remember, you have a time limit, so you have to try and send it in within that time limit. Okay? So just to break it down for you, at the time when we sent off the DD 149 form, which is request for military upgrade, we had limited resources. We had no money. We had no lawyer. We had no diagnosis for him. And it's not like we didn't want to strengthen our case with these things. We just couldn't afford it. Of course, if you can afford the lawyer, if you can afford to go and get yourself diagnosed for PTSD, if you can get as many people involved in your case as possible, do it. Everything counts. Throw everything at them. This is your life. If you don't have these things, still throw everything that you have at them. Starting off, we completed the form. We got all the military records together, which includes the medical records, the reviews, the achievements, everything. And we sent off the originals of what needed to be sent off, and we sent off copies of things that we couldn't afford to lose. Marriage certificate, things like that. We got all of that together and we mailed it into the NDRB, Naval Review Discharge Board. Once we did that, we waited for them to respond. They did respond via letters, and they did respond via email, and you know, they call you and try to get additional information from you as well, try to confirm the things that you sent in. We also sent in a lot of letters. We sent in about maybe 10 letters. We sent in about 10 letters from family members, from friends, from former military Marines that he knew. We sent in, you know, letters from former bosses, from his current boss, I think we might have sent a letter from his school, the college that he went to. We sent so many letters because we didn't have sufficient evidence to prove his PTSD. So we wanted to just prove how his life has changed. We wanted to build a case around his character, that he left the military and despite his discharge was an upstanding citizen. He finished college, got a degree, had a family. You know, he actually worked with children, you know, he did outreach programs, things like that. All of these things are important. Anything that you've done that is positive or reflects positively on your life after the military, send it in. If you volunteered, if you have started a business, whatever you have done, anything positive, let them know that this is what you've done with your life. So that's what we did. So we built a case based on his character because we didn't have much to build around his PTSD except for what we think were signs of PTSD. For example, him not being able to sleep well at night, the chain smoking, things like that. And we outlined those things too. You might not want to tell all your business, I don't know, but let me tell you, anything to show that you suffer from PTSD or suffered from it, give it to them. Tell them. So our packet was so thick. It was like an envelope like this big. Even information that we didn't even think that they needed, we still sent it anyway. Some of the things that he achieved, they did not include it on his discharge papers. So we sent those certificates in to show, hey, he did perform well while he was in the military. Okay, this may not be included on his DD 214, but yes, he performed well while he was in the military. And in fact, it wasn't because he was underperforming why he was discharged. He was still an overachiever in the military. It was just that, you know, there's a zero tolerance for certain things. And unfortunately, he buckled, you know, because of his experience there. He buckled and he self-medicated. So things happen. We're humans. You know, sometimes we just need things to help us cope. Not justifying it, but at 22, you end up doing stuff that is not the correct way of doing it. Once we sent that off, we waited. In the meantime, because we didn't have an attorney, we couldn't afford an attorney, we went to the council member. I think someone suggested that we did that. We sent a letter to the council member of our county where we lived in at the time, and he responded, and he actually took up the cause. This was Councilman David Scott. I mean, talk about making the government work for you. Councilmember David Scott, he took up our case, he took up our cause, and he made it his own. He had his staff reach out to the NRDB, kept regular correspondence with them in order to get this thing done. So if you need to reach out to your council member as well, trust me, like I said, throw everything at them. Reach out to your council member and see if they can help with your military discharge upgrade as well. And thank you so much, council member David Scott. You have our vote. You did your thing, and thank you. It paid off. I just wanted to go ahead and publicly thank you for what you did. Thank you so much. They were reaching out. They were requesting feedback, because when they sent a letter off to the NRDB, they sent a letter to us to let us know that they were working on it. I think about a few months, maybe 6 months. Honestly, felt like a year. My memory might be a little off right now because it took so long. I wasn't really keeping track of the time. I do know that they said that, you know, if you want to come to Washington, drive to Washington for your hearing, you can do so and plead your case. Well, we couldn't afford to drive to Washington. We had our jobs, we had a family. For him to leave his job and to leave his family and to get a ticket, honestly, we couldn't afford it for not only financial reasons, but other reasons too. A few months later, they sent the letter stating that they have denied his request. That was heartbreaking. You know, he's not the type to really show emotion like that, but I could tell that it broke his heart, and it just confirmed what he knew about the military. But then, like, when we thought it was over, the council member sent another letter to us letting us know that they are still checking on the review process. So we were a little confused because we're like, well, I think it's over. They've made a decision. And then lo and behold, my friend received another call from the NRDB. They said that they were reconsidering their decision and that, you know, they want to schedule him for another hearing. And at this hearing, he could present his character witnesses. At this hearing, he could, you know, say anything else that he wanted to say, get anything else off his chest. They did kind of, you know, let him know it's not like a trial. He's not on trial, so he can speak freely. Most of the information that he presented to them would not be used against them. I got that impression where they said speak freely, tell the truth, say everything that went on in the military, why you self-medicated, be honest, be upfront. We're not going to use this information to put you on blast, pretty much is the gist I got of that. You know, we went around and we asked our friends, we asked other people, can you please be a character witness? Please, can you do this for us? You know, I told him to put me down as a character witness. We actually outlined the things that we wanted to say, things that we felt was important as we prepared for the hearing. They called us first and did a debriefing. This wasn't the official hearing, but they did a debriefing, and then they called us on the date scheduled for the hearing, and it went down. Unfortunately, everyone that we asked to be a character witness, they weren't able to attend the hearing. So it was just me. I did everything I could to let them know that this man deserved to have his discharge upgraded. I cried. I had a 2-page letter. It was emotional. Finally, they sent us a letter with good news. And let me tell you, we're now working on getting the VA to help to diagnose him for his PTSD and to get medical assistance where that is concerned. That's kind of the first thing that we're working on. And everything else we'll work on in terms of what we consider to be a priority. Guys, that's pretty much all I have for you today. I just wanted to send the message that if you don't have everything together, do not use this as an excuse to wait or to not send in your request. Send it in. The worst you can hear is no. Yes, most of the times they do deny you. Yes, it is hard. It is better to cast your net and catch nothing than not cast your net and not have a chance. Thank you guys so much for listening. Whatever questions you have, please leave it in the comment section. I will try to address any questions in my next video. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you for the congratulations in advance. I know you guys are happy for my friend. Again, thank you so much for your support. I now have 61 subscribers. Oh my goodness, I am happy. And to grow to 61 subscribers, let me tell you, that's big for me. That's so big. Continue supporting me. I promise I will continue to put out quality videos that are informative, helpful videos, useful videos. Again, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.
Yeah.